This evening on ENN Tonight.
Elon University and sex offender Jeffrey Epstein are closer than you think. Stick around to hear more about Elon in the Epstein files.
A new lawsuit for an Elon student who was killed in a car accident is coming to light. Hear more about Jackson Yell tonight.
Scholarship weekend is over and campus saw many new faces eager to interview for a spot in the Fellows programs. More about this weekend coming up.
Those stories and more.
ENN Tonight starts now. Good evening and thank you for joining us for ENN Tonight. I'm Charlotte Pfabe.
And I'm Abigail Hines. Let's dive right into this week's top stories. Files released by the Department of Justice reveal that convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein paid the tuition of a student who attended Elon University in the fall of 2009. Documents show that Epstein paid $12,744 for the son of Jean Brennan Weibrocht, the former campaign accountant of the U.S. Virgin Islands governor at the time. 12 files reference Elon University, including emails between Epstein and Cecile de Jong, the former First Lady of the Virgin Islands. Elon University spokesperson Eric Townsend did not respond to Elon News Network's request for comment. The findings come amid an addition of 3 million more Epstein-related files to the DOJ's website. For more information, read our article on elonnewsnetwork.com.
For the 2026-27 academic year, Elon University's tuition and fees will increase by over 5%. That's around $2,600. Elon's total cost of attendance will increase by around 4.9%. The total cost of attendance includes tuition, fees, food, and housing costs. This academic year, Elon's total cost of attendance is around $65,000. According to Elon's admissions website, next year's total cost of attendance will be a little under $69,000. This does not include discounted prices due to scholarships or Pell Grants. Over the past 10 years, the total cost of attendance for the university has increased by a little over 35%. Tuition increases every year. For the 2025-26 academic year, tuition increased by 3.81%. Last year, the university told Elon News Network that the increase would go towards faculty and staff pay and free laundry on campus. In an email to university families this year, Elon President Connie Book wrote that this next year's increase supports expanding academic programs, student well-being, support for alumni, and faculty and staff. When we reached out to the university for further clarification, Elon University spokesperson Eric Townsend told ENN that interviews with campus representatives about tuition weren't possible at this time. Elon's Student Financial Services didn't respond to ENN's request for comment. Elon's Student Government Vice President of Communications Kennedy Steiner said that SGA would also not comment on the increase. Across the board, the cost of higher education is continuously increasing. I spoke to Sarah Partridge, who covers higher education policy for the Center for American Progress, about trends she's seeing in the rising costs of colleges and universities. She told me that over the past 20 years, the cost of higher education has leveled off when looking at the rates that are adjusted to inflation. She also said that while the sticker price of a school might be increasing, private colleges generally offer higher discount rates. So sometimes what students actually pay is lower than what's published online.
Last year, the total published cost of attendance at private four-year colleges, nonprofit four-year colleges, was about $63,000, while the net price was $36,000. But again, still very expensive.
Since the 2011-2012 academic year, tuition hadn't increased more than 4%. However, in 2022, Elon's tuition increased by 9%. Elon's estimated cost of attendance for the upcoming academic year is around $4,000 to $25,000 less expensive than its listed peer institutions. To read more about how Elon compares to these other peer institutions, visit our website, elonnewsnetwork.com.
Thanks, Charlotte. And in other Elon news, the estate of an Elon University student, Jackson Yell, who was hit and killed by a driver in 2023, is suing a restaurant and the driver who hit him, Jason Sorrow. The driver was sentenced to 10 years in prison and suspended to 5 years probation. The suit claims that the Dave & Buster's in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, served Sorrow a quantity of alcohol, causing him to become intoxicated and/or served him while he was intoxicated, in violation of state law. According to WPDE, the suit says that Sorrow was grossly negligent while driving under the influence and did not stop and stay at the scene. Elon News Network reached out to Yell's estate, his parents Andrea and Scott Yell, but because the case is active, they are unable to speak about it. Stick around after the break to hear about a huge change in numbers for this year's scholarship weekend.
Will we have another week of freezing temperatures? Stay tuned for your Phoenix 5-day forecast after the break.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff. That's what white people think. You alright?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
There's only one thing that will save somebody's life, and that is naloxone nasal spray. Get 911 on the phone, get the emergency responses there on their way.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
Okay.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Hate is loud, but love is the majority.
Elon's Scholarship Weekend had close to 1,000 registered applicants, with over 100 joining virtually. According to Vice President for Enrollment Greg Zeiser, registration was around 30% higher than last year's. Honors Fellows Program applicant Florence Schneider says she was drawn to the program after seeing how well it would fit with her intended major, International and Global Studies.
Toured it once before, like a year ago, and then I decided to apply honors because you just get so many different perks than just applying regular, and I knew that I wanted to be surrounded by like-minded people who also have the same ideas as me and kind of the same academic drive, kind of like that.
Schneider says that on top of her interest in the honors program, she enjoyed the dorm tour for Scholarship Weekend.
11 Elon students and alumni have been recommended as semifinalists for the 2026-2027 Fulbright U.S. Student Program, a federally funded international exchange program. The Fulbright application process spans several months and includes campus review, national screening, and final consideration by host countries. Applicants submit detailed proposals, academic records, and letters of recommendation as part of the selection process. This year, Elon's 11 semifinalists applied across a range of academic disciplines and international destinations. Senior psychology major Alex Fleischman, a candidate for a Fulbright English teaching assistantship to South Korea, says he has been working toward this opportunity since his sophomore year.
So I would say at first it was like ambitious and a little bit stressful, but really I've just enjoyed the process, and they like walked me through it so well that like it wasn't really that bad.
Elon students interested in the Fulbright program may seek guidance through the Office of National and International Fellowships located in the Powell building. The groundhog saw his shadow, but will we get 6 more weeks of winter, Mackenzie?
Thanks, Abigail. Fortunately, it is going to start to warm up here at Elon. Starting this week, we're actually going to see temperatures above the 40s. Now for your Phoenix 5-day forecast. Tonight we'll have a low of 26 and partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow will be mostly sunny with a high of 63. Wednesday we'll have a high of 58 with some morning showers and cloudy skies. Thursday is looking at more sun and a high of 51. The clouds will come back Friday with cooler temperatures around 42. And finally Saturday with a high of 47 and rain. That's all for now. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Mackenzie. Hopefully it will continue to warm up.
The Seattle Seahawks won their second Super Bowl in franchise history against the New England Patriots last night. ENN's Kathan Gandhi is in the studio to give us a breakdown of the game. Kathan?
Charlotte, it was Seattle's defense that set the tone early, holding the Patriots scoreless for the first 3 quarters. That defense, which has been nicknamed the dark side by fans, kept Patriots quarterback Drake May shadowed for most of the game. He was sacked 6 times, threw 2 interceptions, and had a total quarterback rating of 17. The Patriots went 8 straight possessions without a first down. Now on offense, Super Bowl MVP Kenneth Walker III controlled the game on the ground. Seattle's special teams chipped in, scoring 5 field goals while the Patriots were stifled. The victory marks an incredible career comeback for Seahawks quarterback Sam Darnold. He's the first starting quarterback to win the Super Bowl with his 5th team. A late pick 6 by Drake May iced the game for the Seahawks, and Seattle takes Super Bowl 60, 29-13.
Well, football fans will now have to wait another 7 months until the regular season. But Kathan, last night I think what got me the most was the Bad Bunny performance. What about you?
Yeah, no, I thought that was an incredible performance. They really used, I think, the camera well. It wasn't just a show for the people in the stands, but a show for everybody at home too, which I thought was really awesome to see. What do you think about it?
I saw a lot of memes online that said, "Why is football interrupting the Bad Bunny concert?" And that really got me over the past couple of weeks. So thank you, Kathan.
Of course, yeah.
In other sporting news, Elon men's club hockey has held one of their best seasons in club history. Under new head coach Travis Harris, who joined ahead of the 2025-26 season, the Phoenix opened the year with a 2-0 start, earning consecutive overtime wins against Appalachian State University and James Madison University. From there, the team faced some turbulence, dropping 3 straight games, including a last-second loss to Duke University. As the season progressed, the roster expanded with the addition of 5 skaters, followed by 2 more returning from semesters abroad. The growing membership added fuel to the Phoenix's fire. Elon finished the remainder of the season with a 9-4 record, earning the number 3 seed in the Atlantic Coastal Conference M2 Elite Playoffs. It marks just the 2nd playoff appearance for Elon since the team was founded in 2011. The ACC playoffs start on Thursday in Winston-Salem at the Fairgrounds Arena.
Elon's McBride gathering space held lots of lanterns, Asian cuisine, and games, all to mark the beginning of the new Lunar New Year. ENN's Fiona McAllister was at this event to capture all the action.
The Year of the Horse called for Elon's 10th annual Lunar New Year celebration, with a performance from a fan favorite.
The lion dance. Of course, to watch the lion dance.
The lion dance.
Director of Multi-Faith Programming and Engagement at Elon, Hillary Zakin, says that after all the hard work putting together this event, she's excited for attendees to learn about the Lunar New Year.
Students may never have celebrated the Lunar New Year before, right? They've heard about it, they've read about it, but they've never had the chance to be a part of a celebration, so the more the merrier.
For those who don't celebrate Lunar New Year annually, like Elon's sophomore and Truett Center Multi-Faith intern, Taylor Polanowski, they say events like this are a way to appreciate other cultures.
You get educated and you learn things and you see connections that you didn't see before. And you also get to appreciate things that you didn't have the capacity to appreciate to the extent that you do now.
As a member of Elon's Asian Pacific Student Association, Elon Jr. Anna Hain says that she's glad she's been able to get more in touch with her culture as someone who's adopted.
But Lunar New Year at this point, I mean, I can appreciate from a distance definitely as something that's part of my culture and something that I'm proud of.
The Year of the Horse symbolizes rapid change and new opportunities. Fiona McAllister, ENN Tonight.
APSA's next event will be on Thursday for their Valentine craft making night at 6 p.m. outside the Mosley Kitchen.
Elon Performing Arts production of Rent debuts this Friday with showtime scheduled throughout the weekend at McCreary Theater. Opening on Broadway in 1996, Rent is a rock musical retelling of an Italian opera, La Bohème. Playwright Jonathan Larson modernized the story to reflect life in New York City during the AIDS epidemic. This winter musical marks the second Elon production directed by Assistant Professor of Music Theater Jacob Brent. Brent knows the show well, even being a part of the team that helped create the high school version of the production in 2003. Tickets can be found on Elon's Ticketmaster page or at elonperformingarts.com.
Up next, stay tuned for a celebration that brought good luck to the Paramount Theater's renovation process.
And a look into what you need to know about on-campus housing applications.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Even more than I wanted a gold medal, I wanted a heart of gold, like the mentors who were my balance beams refusing to let me down, and the coaches who spoke out to anything out of bounds, heroes who never stood on podiums, but stood up for me. Every shot I made, give the assist to those who since my youth were referees, ready to blow the whistle and end abuse.
I rescued Toast from a shelter in 2011. I love Toast because she's a lazy diva. Toast does whatever she wants, obviously. She's sleeping right now. She's an epic snuggler. She's so comforting. She's so loving. Toast makes me laugh. When I walked into the shelter, I knew right then that she was special.
Kudos, Carl. You've always had a need for speed. Racing anything with wheels, speed reading novels in record time, yelling out 3, 2, 1 at every traffic light. But this time, you've taken your power obsession to the next level. By purchasing this electric vehicle, you've given yourself instant torque that blows your old launch times away, which will keep you saying, "Woo-wee," every time you punch the pedal. Good for your adrenaline, great for the planet. That's the power of EV.
Students wanting to live on campus for the 2026-2027 school year have just one more day to register. Late applications will be accepted, but those applicants will get a later housing selection time. Rising juniors and seniors will get their selection times this Thursday. Those times are randomly assigned for those who applied by the deadline. From the 13th to the 25th, new and returning residents of on-campus apartments will be able to secure their housing for next year. Rising sophomores will register a bit later, with their registration times coming out March 3rd. They will be able to select housing based on what's still available in apartments and dorms across campus. For specific times and dates for signups, visit the Residence Life page at elon.edu.
Comedian and former Saturday Night Live cast member Leslie Jones is this year's Elon Day comedian. Elon's Student Union Board announced the selection on Instagram last week. The post gained over 750 likes and 400 shares. Jones first joined SNL as a writer in October of 2014. During her time on the show, she earned nominations for the Emmys, Writers Guild Awards, and the NAACP Awards. She also made it to the Times list of the 100 most influential people. Jones is currently performing on her comedy tour, Leslie Jones Live, which started last year. She's also starred in movies such as Ghostbusters and Coming to America. Elon senior Corrine Johnson said she didn't expect Elon to choose Jones for this year's Elon Day Comedian. When I spoke to her about the selection, she told me that it means a lot to her and other Black women on Elon's campus that Elon selected a comedian that they can relate to on a more personal level.
Even if some people can't show up, even if nobody shows up, like what they did matters, and we're very, very grateful, and we see them trying to mix and match people into the bigger scene at Elon, and it's very much appreciated.
Johnson says she plans to be front and center when Jones takes the stage. The Elon Day performance is at 8:30 p.m. on March 5th in the Alumni Gym. Tickets are ready for pickup in the sub office on the first floor of the Mosley Student Center.
Elon News Network's newspaper, The Pendulum, will have a special edition on the stands this week. Keep an eye out Wednesday, February 11th for ENN's Black History Month edition of The Pendulum. So, Charlotte, are there any particular stories or events coming up during Black History Month that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, I know. I got a sneak peek into the Pendulum this week, and there's a couple features on some businesses and some Elon clubs. And I always like to read a feature. I like to see, what people are doing. So I'm looking forward to that. What about you?
Yeah, well, I was really excited for the kickoff ceremony, but unfortunately, with all the snow we got, that did not happen on time. And I was really disappointed, but I have seen a lot of the snow has gone away, so hopefully no more interruptions to our schedule for the rest of the month.
Like Mackenzie said earlier, it's supposed to be warmer this week, so I'm hoping all that snow melts away and we don't have all that ice, because it was literally just ice.
I cannot tell you how many of my friends told me they slipped on ice on their way to class.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't see more like broken ankles or anything.
Yeah, it could be coming. Who knows?
Who knows?
Renovations to Burlington's oldest theater now include special additions from the local community. ENN's Anjolina Fantaroni attended the topping out celebration to receive some good luck.
Signatures, a Christmas tree, and an American flag now sit atop the renovations to Burlington's Paramount Theater. The celebration brings good luck to the construction project. Eric Kirshner, director of the theater, says even with the cooler temperatures, several attendees gathered to watch the steel beam rise up to the highest point of the new building.
We didn't know what the weather would be like today, and so it is really nice, but that also shows that people have a lot invested in this.
Beth Kennett, mayor of Burlington, says she is excited to see the community the new theater space brings.
We can come together in the parking lot, and it's wonderful to see this many people out. My hope is that we continue to see this kind of excitement and joy in everything that we do going forward.
The flag symbolizes pride and perseverance, while the tree symbolizes growth, which Kennett says is exciting for Burlington.
For the Paramount to have space to do more programs and just continued programs, art programs, space to display visual art, having that space in our community makes our community a more rich place to be.
And Kirshner says he can't wait for the theater to open and have Elon performances back, as the music department closed out Paramount's last season before the renovations.
We're looking forward to working with Elon and making them a part of what we do here.
The renovations to the Paramount Theater are expected to be complete this July. Anjolina Fantaroni, ENN Tonight.
Coming up after the break, learn what tasty treat is being taken off the shelves.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
In 4 days. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children. She didn't know what to do.
Did you have a good day at school?
She gave them some broth. Without any bread.
There you go.
And kissed them all soundly.
Night-night.
Good night. And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
Women are bad with money. That's what the world's been saying for centuries. But now, we've got something to say.
Save it. It's time to save ourselves by saving our money.
Until we're no longer 80% more likely than men to live in poverty in retirement.
Save it. The falsehoods, the feelings of fault.
Then, the funds. Learn how to save for your retirement at wesaysaveit.org.
I've always been told I gotta be strong. Thick skin, tough as nails. But to be everything for everybody, it wears on you. Black don't crack, they say. But it can. We all can. Reach out to a friend if you see them going through it. No matter who you are, being vulnerable is what makes us whole. Learn how to help at seizetheawkward.org.
The Center for Race, Ethnicity, and Diversity Education hosted a sweet event in support and solidarity of Black student organizations. These students to come together and create bracelets while showcasing treats from a local Black-owned business in the area, Cakes by Cindy.
For a limited time, Chick-fil-A fans in the Triad have special access to an all-new menu item. Now through March 7th, the fast food chain is testing out a sweet chili lime crunch sandwich in locations across the Piedmont Triad, featuring an original, spicy, or grilled chicken patty with a cabbage kale slaw, ginger lime dressing, and sweet chili sauce. This is the latest addition to the restaurant's pattern of testing potential new items in specific areas to gauge customer reactions.
In other food-related news, if you have Chips Ahoy in your pantry, you may want to check the package because the FDA is expanding a nationwide recall on the popular cookies. The recall affects Chips Ahoy Baked Bites Brookies due to a possible choking hazard. According to the FDA, a mixing error during production may have caused small clumps of cornstarch to form in the cookies. The recall was first issued in December of last year and was expanded this week to include additional product codes and a new Best By date. The affected cookies were sold at retailers across the country. While no injuries or illnesses have been reported, the FDA says that the cornstarch clumps pose a choking risk, particularly for children and older adults. Consumers are advised to get rid of affected products or return them to the location of purchase for a full refund. No other Chips Ahoy cookies were recalled.
Elon City Council will be meeting tomorrow to hear a presentation from the Sustainability Committee and make appointments to the Comprehensive Plan Steering Committee. The council will also hold public hearings and discuss amendments to ordinances. The council meets every other week at 6 p.m.
North Carolina Department of Motor Vehicles made a huge change to their scheduling system. Appointments at the DMV can now be made up to 7 days in advance, compared to the previous 90-day window. WBTV spoke with the North Carolina DMV spokesperson, and they say that the number of appointments will stay the same, but will be distributed throughout the day. Well, that's all the news we have for you this evening. Thank you so much for joining us.
Head over to our website, elonnewsnetwork.com, for stories, sports, and more.
And make sure to follow us on social media at Elon News Network.
Have a great night, Elon.